Hi Tom, so this is just the quick tutorial video on how to make updates to your website, particularly looking at the farm machinery, the new and the used. So the first thing to say is you will get access to Bramble quite soon. My tech support is still sorting that out for me. But when you do, you'll log in and basically you'll then come to this screen here. So this is Bramble. It will do things like repeat sliders, and there'll be lots of things with strange marks on and circles. You just ignore that. They're just different elements of the website which are turned on and off for the phone version. So if you see things like that that don't look quite right, just scroll past them. They're absolutely fine. So Bramble will load your homepage first when you log in. So you can see everything that you click effectively. You get a green box highlighting it. So if you wanted to change some text into this section, much like a Word file, you highlight the words you want to remove, you add anything you want to add in, you can paste it straight in from Word, and so you can make changes to text on any page using the same process, just scrolling down, clicking the area, and then you'll see you then have access to the different areas. I imagine there's not an awful lot you'd want to change on the homepage, to be honest, but I'm just showing you that that's something you can do. Again, you'll see things that don't quite look right because we've got two sets of logos that scroll, and again, one's the computer version, one's the tablet and phone version. So don't worry about how it looks or the setup. We know everything works absolutely perfectly, but if there's something you want to change, just concentrate on just changing text for now. So that's basically giving you access to that. The two pages that you're going to really want to make changes on are the new farm machinery and the used farm machinery. So you'll see at the top here it says index. If you click that, it will then show you every page on the website. They're labeled quite clearly. So let's start with the new farm machinery page. So basically you come to the page. Again, at the top it looks a bit strange, but in your new farm machinery page, they're in sections by the brand of tractors. So you've got all these VST tractors at the top. There's a list of those. Then you've got the Malone ones. There's a list of those. And you scroll down and you can see everything that's on the new farm machinery page. If you wanted to remove one, I'm going to just show you that. I won't save this change, but if you decided, for example, this is sold and this is not something you want to display anymore, you basically click this area. You'll notice it's now highlighting these two columns. And over on the left-hand side, you've got remove, and you would click remove. That would then take that item out. You can undo that if you didn't mean to make those change, and it will put it back. And if you get in a muddle, just don't publish the changes at the top. So if you've made an absolute mess and you're not sure what you've done, basically at the top, just quit your browser, don't click on the publish changes, and then you know the website's safe. So only do something you're happy with, and then when you are happy with it, click on publish changes. So yeah, so basically again, you could change the price, you could make that cheaper, you could make that more expensive, you could knock 100 quid off it, for example, knock it down in price. You could add another bullet point if you were trying to say something else or another feature that you've forgotten about. You can basically go in and make changes to each of these. So you just click the section and you'll see on the purple bit here, you're highlighting that section. You go down to the next Malone ones, you're now in that section. You could then click and change the price on there. Yeah, and it's relatively straightforward. It's literally just a case of scroll down, make the changes you want to make. So you can increase the price. Something's sold and you don't want to have it on anymore. Over on the left, you remove, that's then gone. And you make changes literally like that. So pretty straightforward. What we didn't cover is if you wanted to add a new one. So for example, if this new section here, you have a new VST tractor in, it's always good practice that the new items are at the top of the page. So it's the first thing that people see is something new, rather than having to scroll down and the new things are at the bottom. So if you click on the last entry, so this is the most recent, the one at the top of your section, this time rather than hitting remove, you hit duplicate. What that does is it makes a copy of it. So you've then got your item that we had there, and it's made a complete copy of that. And then basically you would click the photo. On the right, you'd click change the image. So if you've got the image on your desktop, you'd simply drag it across. If not, you click upload and you choose where the photo is and you upload the photo. And then basically that would then your new image of whatever your new tractor was would appear there. And quite simply, you type the name of it. You can paste this in if you've got it in a Word file. You type in the bullet points of whatever it is that you want to put in here and continue that. You set the price to be whatever that you wanted the price to be. And then basically what you've done is you've made your new tractor and it's at the top of that section. So all the new stuff is the first thing that people see. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, you might have to watch this video a couple of times for this to make sense, but basically you've got two sort of options. You've got remove if there's a section or a tractor you no longer want, and you've got the duplicate feature if you want to put your new tractor on. So it keeps the one that was there, gives you all the formats and all the fonts and the colors, everything correct, ready for you to paste in your new data. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Most of Bramble is designed to be like that, so you shouldn't have too many difficulties. If you find yourself in a muddle, or you find it too difficult, or you actually think there's some things you want to change which you're struggling to do, you have half an hour a month of completely free support from me. So you can always fire over 3 or 4 tractors and say, look, could you put those on? I'm more comfortable in you doing that, and obviously I'll happily do that for you. Apologies it's taken so well to set up your site access, but I'm assured that's going to be done in the next day or two. So what I wanted to do in the meantime is send you this video so that when you've got that login details, you're ready to go and you can have a play around. So yeah, basically, like, I've made a lot of mess on this page now, and what I'm going to do is just exit and leave, and I didn't publish the changes. So actually the website is exactly as it was. It's undamaged and everything's safe. So feel free to have a play about, just don't publish any changes and you won't do any damage to the site. I hope that this video helps, and if you do need anything else, just give me a shout. Thanks for watching.